Update me on what the demand picture looks like right now. What are you seeing? There's been inklings, small signs maybe that we're seeing a slowdown. What's happening right now?
Okay, so thank you for being here today. No, I think what we said in the last results presentation after the Q1 is that we saw in the first quarter very strong demand.
Yep.
It's true that after that we saw some weakness in the economy cabin, mainly point of sale US.
Yep.
But the good thing of the group of IAG is we have different airlines, we operate in different markets with different brands, so we can offset this weakness with other markets that are performing very well. For example, Latin America is very strong, intra-Europe is doing well, and also the premium leisure segment continues very strong. So we don't see a trend that is more several weeks we had that weakness, and we see that the last 3 weeks things are recovering.
Okay, so it's starting to get better again.
Yes.
Why is that slight weakness on the North Atlantic emerging? Is it the weaker dollar, meaning that Americans aren't traveling and maybe to Europe in quite so many numbers? Is it uncertainty? I doubt it's in the economy section of the plane. It's probably not a business story, so it's not the uncertainty coming through. So what do you think is causing that slight slowdown?
I think it's more the uncertainty. I think people, they don't know what's going to happen. Every week we have the different news. We saw, for example, after the announcement about the tariffs, that some corporates, they started slowing the trips.
So it is business demand?
It's business, some business, but it was a good year. Corporate traffic was coming back, but we saw that for a period of time they started to think, okay, maybe we can wait. But I think we don't see this as a structural. It's more until we have more certainty about the future.
The structural bit could be, though, a weaker dollar. If the weaker dollar is there for a while, do you think that could impact people coming, particularly to Europe? American tourists have been a big factor coming into Europe over the last few years. Does that continue?
What we see for the time being is point of sale UK is very strong, and in our case, for example, we have a lot of cost in dollars. So at the end, if we have a weaker dollar, it's helping us in our P&L. So for the time being, we are okay.
In terms of people going to America, do you think that the Trump policy is causing any weakness? Do you think that slightly tougher travel arrangements that the White House is putting into place, particularly around students, actually? I'm hearing a lot of people here talking about the fact that the student market is going to be something that people are going to be watching out for. Is there more resistance from Europeans going to America? In
the markets we operate, we don't see that. So UK, as I said, is working well. Spain is continues booming. We heard other competitors saying that there are markets that they can have more difficulties, but not in our case. Maybe also, I suppose, the agreement between UK and US.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you see, was there an effect from that?
We didn't see an effect before, but I think it's good that at the end we have a frame where we can continue working.
You mentioned just a moment ago that intra-European is quite strong. Is that an indication that people are staying at home? Is that what should I read into that?
No, I think intra-European is strong, and we have Boeing, as you know, that they are performing very well in comparison with other competitors in Europe. So I think summer is going to be strong. The challenge is going to be the operation, the ATC environment again, but the demand continues very strong.
Does lower fuel prices mean lower fares? How quickly can we translate one into the other?
Usually this dynamic is the market. It's not only that you reduce the fuel price, you reduce the fares. We are competing with others. We have different levels, for example, of hedging. In our case, for this year, we have hedged 2/3 of the cost of the fuel for the year, but you compete with some people that they don't hedge the fuel, so at the end it's a fine balance.
Right, but you're going to, with the levels they are at the moment, you're going to hedge, you're going to try and lock in some hedging?
Yes, we have a policy in the group, and we are complying with the policy, and we have hedged usually a couple of years.
When we saw that UK trade deal announced, there was a order placed for Boeing aircraft.
Yes.
Now, the connection between the two looks loose, let's put it that way. So I'm interested to sort of get your take on what happens next. Was that you signing up to Boeing in a big way? It obviously was, but does that mean you're excluding Airbus? Are we expecting other orders to come through? Are you still in the market for other wide bodies?
No, I think the tender process for the order that we launched started last year. As you can imagine, an order for wide bodies is an order for the next 25 years. It's something that is not connected with the situation that we have right now. It's true that we wanted to have more certainty about tariffs. We know that we are not going to have tariffs in UK for products coming from the US.
So you're no tariffs on aerospace products coming out of the United States?
I think we still need more details about the complete aviation picture.
Right.
But in the particular case of aircraft, we are not going to pay tariffs in UK for the Boeing products that we are going to have. But the decision, as I said, we took the decision independently of this. It's true that we said to the UK government that we consider that aviation, we don't need tariffs. I think aviation has developed a lot without tariffs, and we consider that that's the future. But the order that we did that day was 71 aircraft, and I think 32 of them was 787-10 for BA. Also, we announced 777-9 for BA, but the rest were Airbus products because we have, for example, Level, Aer Lingus, Iberia, where we can allocate the 330 neos. And also for Iberia, we announced 6 350-900. So
it's going to be BA, Boeing, and the rest of the group Airbus.
But that's the situation mainly that we have now. Instead that BA, we also operate with 350-1000, and we announced also 6 350-1000 for BA. So we choose the product that we consider is better for the type of network that we have. Okay,
final quick question before we let you go. M&A, let's talk about M&A. Portuguese election just happened. What's the latest on TAP? Are you going to buy TAP? Are you still interested in Air Europa? Could that come? Give me the update. Current thinking on M&A in Europe.
No, M&A, I think, starting with Europa, we continue with our 20%. It's a financial investment.
Still a financial investment.
It's a financial investment. Okay. We will evaluate what they do in the future, and then we will take a decision about our stock there. And about TAP, we said previously that we want to know the conditions for the privatization. Now, with the new government, we need to see if they are going to continue with the process that they had in place. I suppose they will continue, and we will have a delay, or maybe 2-3 months. But we want to know the conditions, how much do they want to sell, and the freedom we can have to manage the company.